Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Matthew Street channel. I am your host, Matthew Street, and I truly appreciate you being here, folks. It's a sad day today. I know there has already been many wonderful tributes to Denny Laine, who passed away, and at the age of 79. It looks like he had some lung issues, potentially brought on by some COVID that he got maybe a year or so ago, which then developed in his lungs pretty severely, which caused a chronic type lung ailment, and it got worse and worse. They tried to fight it, working with doctors and other medical people, and they just weren't able to save Denny, and he deteriorated and passed away. A sad day for all of us who are fans of Denny, Wings, Paul McCartney, his old friend from many years ago. Now, folks, I had the great opportunity to meet Denny Laine twice. The first time was way back in 2014. It was the 50th anniversary of the Beatles arriving in the United States and the 40th anniversary of the Fest for Beatles fans. It was held in downtown New York City at a beautiful motel. I can't think of the name of it. It was one of the most massive, excellent fests I've ever been to. I've never seen that many fans of the Beatles gathered in one place at one time. The ballroom was the largest ballroom I've ever seen for any fest. The amount of people jamming into that ballroom for every event was unbelievable. It was standing room only. I mean, many of the events and the presenters and the musical performances, I was standing off to the side and I couldn't get a seat. It was that jammed, but didn't mind because it was such a wonderful experience. And one of the special guests among many wonderful guests was Denny Laine. And this is an image of 10 years ago when I met Denny and got to speak with him for a little while. This picture, it means so much to me even more now that Denny has passed, because right over here, that is my friend Larry, my drummer friend, my Beatles friend, my music friend, who passed away only 2 years after this photo was taken in 2016. Folks, this was right after Denny came off the stage. You know how during the fest, at the end of each day, there'll be a big finale, like, all the musical guests and the bands and the Lapidos family and all the visiting dignitaries and that all get up on the stage and they go nuts and sing Beatles songs. And I believe the last song on this occasion was Hey Jude. I can't even tell you who else was. I mean, Steve Holly was up there, Lawrence Schubert, Denny, Mark Hudson, members of the Lapidos family. And Matthew Street. I snuck up on the stage. At that time, I had an old camera where you could do some videotaping with this camera I had. You could also take 35 millimeter pictures digitally, but you could also do video. And I snuck to the stage right, and there was like a little room below the stairs leading up to the stage, because I was so impressed by the crowd singing the songs and gathered in that ballroom. They actually opened the back wall where the fest had their marketplace stuff, the official fest stuff, moved that all back so they could have more room to jam more people in the ballroom. That's how massive this was, the sing-along was, the big finale was. And Matt Street said, I was filming a little bit from out in the crowd. I said, no, I got to get a shot from up on the stage looking over the backs of everybody out into this sea of people, this audience, and tape. And I did. I was able to sneak around. I was there with one of my sons and my friend Larry. My son is the one who took this picture. And I went and I snuck it. But it was such a festive, joyous environment for Beatles fans. And I had all my Beatles garb on that no one cared. There was no one saying like, oh, you can't come up. It was like, come on up. And I went right up on the stage, standing among all the VIPs with my little camera, and I'm filming. I mean, God knows where that footage is today, or it's somewhere packed away. I mean, if I can ever get it and figure out with my low technology skills how to upload it for you, I will. But that's a decade ago. I don't know. But anyway, I filmed and it was beautiful. And Denny had his guitar and they were all rocking out and it was a great time. You know, Hey Jude, everyone's singing, the audience singing, people on stage singing. I'm filming and singing. And then right after it was over, I came running down the stage, and my son and Larry are looking at me like, "Did you just do it? I think did you just walk up on the stage with everybody, all the special guests, and film?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." No one cared. Everyone's smiling, high fiving you. No one minded. Anyway, I came off the stage, and I said to my son, "I says you got to get a picture of us with Denny Laine when he comes off the stage, because my friend Larry was also, rest in peace, a Moody's Blue fanatic. He loved the later Moody's with Justin Hayward and John Lodge, but he also respected and appreciated that early album where Denny was the lead singer and leader of the Moody Blues. So Larry was well in, being into the Beatles, being into Paul McCartney, Wings, the Moody Blues. He worshiped Denny as well, as much as I did. So I said to my son, Larry loves him. I love him. You got to get a picture. So guests are coming off, but we wanted to wait for Denny. Denny was the guy we wanted to meet and get a picture with. So Mark Hudson walks by us and Steve Holly and I know Lawrence Juber and whoever else was up on that stage that day. Tell me if you were there. I don't remember. I was so just in ecstasy of Beatle heaven that we waited for Denny to come off, and Denny he's smiling in the picture. He was such in a good mood. He came off, we high-fived him, back slapped him. Denny, great job. Oh, Denny. And Denny, can we please get a picture with you? Do you mind? And he was so accommodating. Absolutely. We got right together. Larry smiling, I'm smiling. Matt Street, sans beard, sans my special Matthew Street glasses, sans, I'm just there. Just so happy to be with Denny, smiling. I know I don't look the same, but I'm 10 years younger, no beard and all that stuff. Anyway, got the picture. And there we are with Denny 10 years ago. So, losing Denny like this, really, it hurts. It hurts because I had a special place for this man in my heart and soul, and music-wise, being such a close friend, collaborator, and confidant with Paul McCartney. It hurts that he's gone now because about 2 years ago, last time I was at the fest when Denny was a guest there, he was there and he was signing autographs and stuff, and I got in the line and I did get Denny to sign, along with Lawrence Juber and Steve Holly, 3 members of Wings, signed my Back to the Egg album, and there's Denny's signature right there. It means so much to me to have met the man who spoke to him and tell him how great of a job he did on this night, and then to meet him and again get to spend a couple of minutes with him and say hello when he signed this album for me. It means the world to me, folks. So that was my little Denny Laine story. Gonna miss him. Sad day. I just want to do something my own way to pay tribute to him, but I thought it'd also be maybe appropriate to read something really quick from you. I know you've all seen this, so I'm putting on my different Matt Street glasses because of the lighting here. This is from Paul McCartney himself in tribute to his old friend Denny Laine. I just want to read it to you if you don't mind, because I don't know if anyone else has done this yet. But in case you haven't heard this, Paul really sent a touching note. I am very saddened to hear that my ex-bandmate, Denny Laine, has died. I have many fond memories of my time with Denny from the early days when the Beatles toured with the Moody Blues. Our 2 bands had a lot of respect for each other and a lot of fun together. Denny joined Wings at the outset. He was an outstanding vocalist and guitar player. His most famous performance is probably Go Now, an old Bessie Banks song, which he would sing brilliantly. He and I wrote some songs together, the most successful being Mull of Kintyre, which was a big hit in the 70s. We had drifted apart, but in recent years managed to reestablish our friendship and share memories of our times together. Denny was a great talent with a fine sense of humor and was always ready to help other people. He will be missed by all his fans and remembered with great fondness by his friends. I send my condolences and best wishes to his wife Elizabeth and family. Peace and love, Denny. It was a pleasure to know you. We are all going to miss you. Love, Paul. I think Paul said it all there, folks, so beautifully. I want to thank my friend, YouTube friend here, Rich, Wink55, for passing that along to me to read to you. Thank you, folks. Rest in peace, Denny. We're going to miss you, our friend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.